All right, y'all. It's Thursday. That means it's time for another episode of my Wick-end Deals series. My name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis Candle channel, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff happening this weekend across 5 different candle retailers. I'm going to begin where I always do with Bath & Body Works. We have some interesting sales going on this weekend. It's going to be hard to decide when to pull the trigger on buying stuff, so I'm going to walk you through some speculation and potential sale changes and all that good stuff. Also talk about the holiday preview for 3-Wick candles. We will also explore Goose Creek, which just rando dropped a brand new collab this morning that I'm going to share with you. I think many of you will be very excited about. For me, it's nothing that I'm excited about, but that's just because of who I am. I think it's a very popular collab. Then we will get into talking about Kringle that has a very lackluster sale, but a re-release coming up this weekend you're going to want to know about. Then I will share with you what's going on over at Yankee, which is a decent and somewhat rare sale, but I'm also going to direct you to a different website if you want a better price for their candles. And we'll end with talking about Homeworx, both at the Slatkin & Co. website as well as QVC, because there are some new holiday drops and an ongoing sale you may be interested in. Like we always do, let's start with Bath & Body Works. There is a lot to talk about and unpack. I don't know where to start, but I think I'll start with today because that's where we are, and that is a $13.95 sale price point for 3-Wick candles. According to the website, we have a $13.95 price point that ends today, along with the holiday preview. Now, I don't know, it's unclear to me, does the preview also end today or is it just the sale? I couldn't find any information out, so if any of y'all know when this holiday preview ends, will you put that in the description below for me? $13.95 is going to end. So for the West Coast, that's 2:59 a.m. For the East Coast, it's 5:59 a.m. If you want to take advantage of this price point, do it before then. Is this the best price for 3 weeks? Absolutely not. Is it the best price we'll get on holiday? No, not even close. So if you are not really excited and jonesing to pick up holiday during this preview, I would wait. There's no reason to pick these up at this price point unless you have a good coupon. Speaking of coupons, there are 15% off pop-up coupons showing up on the website. I'll put a few of those in the description below for y'all to take. If you would be so kind, please let us know that you took one, and then people aren't clicking and copying and pasting and getting frustrated when they don't work. I think I'll put as many as I can before I get bored of collecting them. And if you want to try to get your own, just load an incognito window and make sure you have your pop-up blocker turned off and that your network doesn't have a pop-up blocker like embedded in it. Otherwise, you'll get the coupon, but it won't pop up and it won't load, which means you can't add it to your cart. All right, let's go ahead and talk about these holiday candles, and then I'm going to come back to talking about potential sales that could be happening this weekend. I am not, for the life of me, going to go over every single one of these candles because there's a lot in this preview. I'm going to go ahead and sort by newest so that we're only seeing the holiday stuff at the front of the page. And y'all, there's easily 20 candles plus that were released for this preview, and most of these are in store. There are a few that are online exclusives. I'll highlight those. But I'm just going to do a run through of what we have available to us. So we have Fresh Balsam, Sugared Snickerdoodle, Sweater Weather, Holiday. Now, you might recognize the Holiday label. A lot of these candles were a part of the members only online exclusive preview that happened at the start of last week? Was it the 23rd or 24th, something like that? So I did haul some of these already with that sale because they had a good coupon. Won't be hauling any of these this weekend because this is not a good price point for me. But if you want to check that out, I'll link that video below. I'll also pop a card up here if you want to see that haul. I also hauled the Christmas Cabin. We have Spiced Gingerbread, Mrs. Claus's Cocktail. That's another one that I hauled. Also seeing mixed stuff on the subreddit about that one. People who are using it in the body care are saying that it's too tart. For me, the candle wasn't tart enough, so there might be some scent differentiation between the body care and the 3-Wick, which isn't unusual. That does happen sometimes. 'Tis the Season, Spiced Apple Toddy, Fresh Cinnamon Rolls, Snowflakes and Cashmere. That's one that I hauled. Winter is one that I hauled. That is an online exclusive this year. Also, speaking of winter, if you want a good dupe of that and you like the peanuts, head over to Goose Creek. They have their Peanuts collab. And there's a candle in that called Christmas with Friends that to my nose smells just like winter. I actually might like that one better. It's super candied sweet on cold, but actually becomes a lot more like natural and juicy on warm. So I really like that one. If you like the peanuts and you want to try Goose Creek, that would be a good place to start. And assuming you like winter, of course. Eucalyptus Snowfall, The Perfect Christmas. Actually, we have a couple labels of The Perfect Christmas. Hot Cocoa and Cream is out in the 3-wick. Previously, that was only available in the single wick. We're getting Tree Farm, Crushed Candy Cane, Cookie Butter Truffle, Merry Cookie, Under the Christmas Tree. And y'all, a lot of these I picked up at Summer Sass, so I won't even be buying these if there's a good sale this season. I might be buying them at Winter Sass, but not during the normal holiday season. Another Fresh Balsam, I think that's the second 'tis the season. Cranberry and Eucalyptus, Cinnamon Sugared Pecans, Bright Christmas Morning, The Perfect Christmas, another one. Marshmallow Fireside, and this is the holiday label. We have them out in the fall label already. White Eucalyptus and Sage, which is also an online exclusive, and Flannel. So there's quite a few holiday candles to choose from in store, a couple of online exclusives if you're interested, and right now, again, at that $13.95 price point. Now, going forward, what is happening? Because usually our sales that start on Thursday run through very early Monday morning, and this is not happening this weekend. There are a few things I want to draw your attention to. Number one, Tess from Life Inside the Page posted on her Instagram this morning that the 40% off store-wide sale is scheduled to begin tomorrow. And that's usually a really good sale to take advantage of on things that don't frequently go on sale. Things like candle holders, wallflower plugs, some of the cheaper perfumes that when there's a price point, like a set price point of like all men's colognes, $35, that it's not quite 40% off. So think about where you'd want to focus your energy. I can tell you it's not going to be on candles, because if it's a 40% off store-wide, that's not the best price point for candles. You can do much better than that, and I would not pick up candles with a 40% off price sale. Speaking of candles, there's also speculation from Bonnie over at Queen of the Girl Geeks. She posted a video, was that yesterday, that she's saying we might see 75% off of Halloween candles. Villains, she wasn't sure if that was going to be included in that. And I'm starting to do the math in my head. Well, one, why would they put Halloween candles at 75% off this early? Normally, Halloween doesn't go 75% off until the very end of Winter Sass, or it's at Summer Sass for 75% off. And then I got thinking about the post from Tess's blog from a couple weeks ago that had a save the date for, what was it, October 15th or 16th, something like that, with no more information. And my first thought is, are they dropping the Summerween candles to 75% off because we're getting a second Halloween launch mid-October? That seems really late in the season to launch a second Halloween. But then I'm also like, why did they name it Summerween and not Halloween? And then what's this special thing that's happening mid-month? Is it like a special release? I don't know. I have no actual idea. Okay, I have no clue. This is just me and my analytical powers trying to do the math and figure out what's happening and why Halloween might be going for 75% off when we have a month left until Halloween. Normally, we don't see that sort of discount until after the season has ended. So that's also something to keep in mind. If you want the Halloween candles or you want the villain candles, again, $13.95 might not be the best snag point for these because we might see something better. I did also see on the subreddit that there was an employee who mentioned that they had set a table, I think it was last night, for an upcoming candle sale. I think they said it would be at least 60% off. And that table was full of some of the spring and summer collections. So the one that had the kiwi candle and the sugared lemonade, the boardwalk cone collection that had like Palo Santo and sea salt and sails. And I'm thinking, well, like, yeah, those should have been 75% off at Summer Sass, but they weren't. So it's possible we will also see a big sale on summer candles. Add on to all of that, and we are also due for our fall sale, which is scheduled to start on Monday. I think that's Monday. Last year, that was 60% off. So y'all, I got nothing for you in terms of advice other than to tell you that I am as confused as you probably are. I have no idea when to pull the trigger. And when that happens, I usually don't buy because I just the whiplash from, you know, one sale to the next and having to constantly calculate and do the math and figure things out. I don't know. It's just, it's too much for me. But lots of potential exciting stuff, right? I mean, you know, I'm excited to see what may be happening. But do I wish I knew more so that I could make a more sound decision? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay. Bath and Body Works. I think that's it in terms of, you know, sale stuff. I will have a haul this weekend because Alexa over at Sentimental Reviews was nice enough to send me her 25% off coupon over on Instagram. She's also got her YouTube channel here that I love. Y'all should be watching her channel. She sent me a 25% off coupon, and I did snag some of the new that came out last week. So I'm going to be picking that up. That'll be a bonus part of my Saturday ritual haul video. And then I'm also going to go to the outlet store and hope to find some goodies there. So I will still be posting video on Saturday, but probably not buying any of the holiday stuff that you see here. And also, I know y'all are already looking at this bag over here and you're like, is that her BOPUS order? No, that's my empties. That stack, that huge stack, you can't even see the one in the front. That's just the end of September empties. From the middle of the month to the end. That video is going to go up Friday. So if you want to see my empties tomorrow, you want to see my Bath & Body Works haul on Saturday, I got a Goose Creek lit review on Sunday. Make sure you're subscribed so I show up in your feed. And if you want to know right away, turn on your notifications. Okay, y'all. I think that's it for Bath & Body Works. Let's talk about Goose Creek. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That is a Harry Potter collab. And yes, it dropped this morning. What was that? Probably 10:30. Every Thursday morning, I wake up first thing, I check the website, and I'm like, really? There's still not a new release? It's been like a week and a half, y'all. I thought I don't have any candles to review. What am I going to do? What's going to happen to my channel? There's no new Goose Creek stuff to review. And then I was taking notes, popped over to check one last thing, and all of a sudden there was a collab launched. I also did see where Candle Guy, 6 minutes before I went over to announce it, had already announced it on the subreddit. So Candle Guy is always on top of the website and letting us know. So we have a Harry Potter collection that came out. Now there are 11 candles posted, which is an odd number, which makes me think that it's going to be a situation once again where they do like a boop. Oh, by the way, here's the 12th one in like 3 days, and I will have already ordered the whole collection. You know, whatever. I'll deal with it when that happens, if it happens, or it's just possible they only did 11. I don't know. Now, I have to be fully transparent with you. I don't know anything about Harry Potter, and I'm sure to you that is very strange, but Harry Potter was out while I was trying to complete college, and it really got popular, I think, while I was starting grad school, and it was never a priority for me. My nieces and my nephew were really into the books, or at least my oldest niece was, and the nephew a little bit. I think I tried reading the first book and I couldn't get into it. I'm the type of person who, if I can't like read names or understand fantasy stuff, it doesn't interest me. I'm an academic. I read a lot of, nonfiction. So fiction, sometimes it's hard for me to suspend reality. I know that's supposed to be part of the fun, but for me, my brain won't let me enjoy that. So I've never got into the books. I never got into the movies. I know nothing. Okay. So forgive me, forgive my ignorance. I do know that this will make a lot of you very happy. And so for that, I'm here for it. And also, y'all, the scent notes on some of these. I am here for the scent notes. So let's go through those because even though there's 11, there's stuff to be excited about. So this one, the Harry Potter Homeworx, y'all, this is the one I want to smell the most. It is crackling hearthwood, worn leather, and spellbound pages. I just hope that it legitimately smells like smoky book and not cologne. Sometimes Goose Creek has a way of ruining those booky notes, especially if it has leather in it. See, like, I can't pronounce this word. Gryffindor? I think I said that right. And this is where I give up on the book. Like, that's just how I am. And I know it doesn't make sense and it's stubborn and, whatever. Judge me. I will allow it. It's warranted. It's fine. I've earned the judgment. This one feels similar. It has the embered hearth instead with battle-worn leather and sweet tobacco. So I think we're going to get some masculine stuff, some stuff that feels good for fall and winter. Ravenclaw. I like the blue on this. Also, I love ravens, so for that reason, I'm here for this one. Worn pages, aged leather, and cypress wood. I'm already seeing some redundancy where you may not need this whole collection given the kind of overlapping scent notes. By the way, I did already order all of these. I actually have a trip planned back to Michigan. I'm going to fly out Tuesday, helping the stepdad clean out more of my mom's stuff. He's trying to move his bedroom downstairs and wants her office cleared out. So I will be there for a little over a week. Had this shipped there. He'll probably get them. I assume they'll get there probably about the day I arrive. He gets Goose Creek orders really fast. I'm always envious of how quick they get to his house. So I'll have this review, assuming nothing goes wrong and they don't send me like 5 of the wrong candle. I'll have it out next week. Hopefully Friday. We'll see. This one is the Slytherin. Is it Slytherin? I don't know. Black Lake Water's Fog-Laced Dungeons and Woodland Embers. I think this is going to make Taylor over at Candle Coven and Virgil over at South of Sanity and probably Summer over at the Fragrance Junkie very happy with these kind of dark, earthy scent notes. Hufflepuff. Y'all, I'm so ignorant. I don't know what any of this is. Now, this is speaking my language because I like gourmandies. Buttered pastry, warm honey, and whipped vanilla. Deathly Hallows. I wish I knew what any of these references were. Ancient Cedar, Eucalyptus Mist, and Forbidden Moss. I like the designs too. You know, I think the labels are cute. Curious to see what the wraparounds are going to look like. The Golden Snitch. I think I'll like this one. Fresh cut grass, morning moss, and bright bergamot. That sounds very fresh. Very green. Homeworx. I know that's the castle. That much I know. But again, this feels like the same as the other one. Crackling Hearthwood, Worn Leather, and Spellbound Pages. Is that the wrong insert? Oh, this one has a Whispering White Woods here. Did the other one? Hang on, let's go back. Is this the exact same candle as the Harry Potter? Are there 2 Hogwarts, but with 2 different labels? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay. That's why there's 11. Okay, it's all making sense now. So there are 2 different labels in the same candle. Y'all, I ordered both. I didn't even look at the scent notes when I put my order in. I mean, whatever. That's fine. But if you like, this one is available, or you can get the other label. Both are the same scents. I've never seen that yet in my over a year of shopping at Goose Creek. I've never seen where they did the exact same candle with 2 labels. It kind of reminds me of, not at the same time, kind of reminds me of the Boo Crew release where they had the little devil and you could choose the cat or the dog. It's similar to that. But I haven't seen this with Goose Creek. I have seen where like they released one 3 months ago and then they come out with a new label. But I have not seen it with a new collab. Homeworx Express. This one has scent notes of whipped vanilla, smoked cedarwood, and cashmere musk. That one has my name on it. Also, I think Taylor at Candle Coven will like that one. Marauders. I don't know how you say that word. Map. This is ancient paper, weathered wood, and tobacco leaf. That sounds like it's going to smell a lot like the other one that had the tobacco leaf in it. Was that the Gryffindor or the Ravenclaw that had those notes? Yeah, sweet potato. Yeah, very, very similar. They'll be unique enough to be different, but again, lots of overlap. And then Order of the Phoenix is the last one. And this is white sandalwood, vanilla cashmere, and worn suede. That sounds like it could go cologne or perfumey, but I might like that one too. So a couple of, sounds like vanilla body care, a whole lot of leather, a whole lot of cedar wood, a whole lot of moss, a whole lot of dungeon and old books. Sounds appropriate for what I know about Harry Potter. Kind of surprised there's not like a cinnamon one with like fire vibes to it. I don't know. I don't know enough about the series. But anyways, I'm sure y'all are very happy about this. Price point on this collection is $11.99. That's pretty good for the licensed candles. Sometimes they're $12.49. They don't usually go cheaper than that unless it's clearance. So if you are, building a cart this weekend and you want to pick these up, I think it's a trigger price point. It is for me, but I would have bought them anyways. So the other thing I want to highlight, which is a little bit weird to me, and Goose Creek keeps doing this, is they keep dropping random candles And I only know because I'm obsessed with the website and I check it all the time. I think kind of like Candle Guy does. So if you go to page 12, there's a few things I want to highlight. Number 1, we have some new candles that are here that I don't remember being here before. One of those is Autumn Sunlight. This looks like it was supposed to be a part of the Autumn Artistry collection given the label. And I don't know if it has collection information down here. It does not. So, I'm going to order this one eventually. I did not get it with the most recent order because this stuff's being shipped to Michigan. I don't want to travel with that many candles, y'all. But this one sounds good. Spiced citrus, cinnamon stick, and sunlit foliage. And then this one, which feels like it may have also been a part of the one that had the bonfire leaves in it. I don't remember seeing it. It says it's a new scent. I did order this one. It is on the way to the stepdads. I will do a review on it because it's a new candle. It's a new scent. This one's ground cinnamon, rustic cedar, and autumn spice. Correct me if I'm wrong. These are new, right? Like, I got out my spreadsheet. I can't find them. I looked at my videos. I don't see them. But my brain is like, when did this happen? When did these come out? I don't know. I'm so confused. The other thing that's confusing is that we have different price points here. Those candles are $11.99, which is the same price as the licensed candles, which seems expensive for regular ones. And then there's other ones that are $10.25, like Cider and Sweater's Volcanic Sunrise. And then there are some that are $12.99, like the Belgium candle that came out this past spring, along with some Halloween candles. Y'all, I can't make sense of what's happening over there at Goose Creek. I did want to highlight a couple of other things. One of those being, I saw where Peaches and Cream is back, but they're selling it in a different label. I don't understand that one either. We did get three additional releases in the fall returning favorites review that I did. They came out with Old Fashioned Cinnamon. This is a re-release, but it was not a part of the original release that I reviewed. This one has scent notes of cinnamon stick, clove buds, and rustic spice. And then they also released the Ivory Pumpkin, which I'm wondering, given the name, is this a dupe of White Pumpkin from Bath & Body Works? It kind of sounds like it is. Creamy Pumpkin, Autumn Spice, and Warm Vanilla Creme, which these are 2 that I will order, but I'm going to ship them here and review them when I get back from Michigan, just because, again, I don't want to travel with that many candles. And then what was the other one? Apple Bourbon. I did notice too earlier today, Witch's Cauldron was back on the website, but I think it's gone again. I don't know. Are they just updating things and getting confused? I was excited to see Witch's Cauldron, but now I'm not seeing it. Let me just do a search because there are 2 other ones I want to show you. Yeah, so Witch's Cauldron got taken down. It's not there anymore. I saw it this morning. It's gone now. The other one, which I thought it was weird that they restocked it because it's been sold out for a bit. But the other one I want to show you that also came out in that new label, it's a repackage. So this is the old label. This is the new one, is Apple Bourbon. I haven't tried this one before, so I will also order this, but it'll be a bit because I'm going to have this shipped here too. Red Apple, Cinnamon Spice, and Oaked Barrel Bourbon. I will be doing a lit review on their Applewood and their Bourbon. I bought those 2 together. That'll probably post sometime maybe next week or early the week after. I'm currently in the process of burning through those and testing them out. So, new random single candle releases, afterthoughts. I don't know what's going on. I don't. But the collab is new. Makes sense now why there's 11. Varying price points on the regular 3 weeks, y'all. This is not a good price point at all. I would never suggest you pull the trigger on a regular candle that's $12. We will get a better sale. And normally they do new sales on Fridays, so we'll probably see something shift tomorrow. I don't know what it will be. It's been a bit since we've had a 5 for 55. That would be my guess, but I don't know. I'm not sure. So be on the lookout for that. We will probably have a new sale tomorrow. The other thing to keep in mind, we are very rapidly approaching the start of their holiday release. I did look it up. Last year, my first holiday order was on October 11th. And I waited a few days, so I think it's a little bit earlier than that usually, so we can expect holiday to start releasing anytime soon. And then I also remember, I think it was either early or mid-October last year, they did what they called a big fall warehouse sale and put a bunch of their fall candles on a deeper discount. They started to clearance them out. So that's also something to keep in mind if you are budgeting and trying to decide where and when to spend your money. There's other good stuff coming up that happened last year that I'm sure will happen again this year. So that's also something just to keep in mind. Okay, let's talk about Kringle. Kringle, the sale, y'all. The sale is pathetic. This might be the most pathetic sale I've ever seen from Kringle. Not that I'm surprised. They're calling it the coziest pairing sale, and it's $5 off. Y'all, that is a joke. That's an insult. A $5 off? Give me a break. And the reason why I'm saying it's an insult is because you could have saved about the same amount of money if these were just full price and you use an ambassador code, and they could have made a commission, but you can't use an ambassador code on a sale candle. So why? Why is this a sale they're offering? I don't understand. I'm not taking advantage of this sale price point. I don't think it's that good. I'm also honestly not that interested in most of the fall candles that are part of that sale. But if you are, it's available to you. But the thing I think you might be excited about, that you may want to know about, not a sale, but the Boo Crew. And of course, it's not front and center on their website. That makes no sense either. But their Boo Crew is going to be replenished on the website. They posted on their Instagram that tomorrow, Friday, October 3rd at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, that is 9 a.m. Pacific Time if you're on the West Coast like I am, the Boo Crew candles will be available again for purchase. So if you were disappointed that you missed out, you want to buy a backup like I do of Scary Movie. Here's my current. This is only after 2 movies, y'all. And the first night we burned this, we burned it out and trimmed the wicks and relit it. We were enjoying it so much. Yeah, I love this one. So we're going to be picking up another one of the Scary Movie night. I don't know that I really am after any of the other from the Boo Crew collection. I, was disappointed in the set and throw on about half of those. I do have a lit review out on those candles if you want to check it out. I'll link it below. Pop a card up here. But if you're excited and you want to pick stuff up, tomorrow is the day. I also wanted to bring to your attention that Kringle posted a notice that they are changing their rewards program. They're claiming it's going to be for the better. That always makes me very skeptical because companies don't usually try to make things better for their customers in my experience, especially when they're a massive corporation like Kringle is. But some notes they have about the changes to the points. Number 1, they're going to make it like a tier system. So the more money you spend with them, the more points you will earn. So if you're a big spender with Kringle, you end up earning points faster and you can cash your rewards in better, more often. And the other thing is that they said they're going to be adding like promotions, kind of what Bath & Body Works does, where they'll have 2 times or 3 times points days to encourage you to buy at specific times and get more points. They're claiming that the rewards will be slightly better. So like some of them you couldn't use on you couldn't use on sale price items in the past, and they're moving those restrictions away. I don't know, we'll see. I honestly really struggle between using an ambassador code and a reward code because sometimes the ambassador code is better. Sometimes the reward code is better. Sometimes I just want free shipping. I honestly don't like their rewards program the way it was, so maybe the change will be better, but I am going to hold off fully on judgment until I've had some more experience to it. But just something for those of you who are a part of the rewards program to keep in mind. Things are going to be changing. And they say for the better, we shall see. All right, let's talk about Yankee. I don't have a whole lot to say about Yankee. They're doing a members exclusive 50% off everything weekend. You do have to be a member to take advantage of this sale, so make sure you are logged in when you shop. It's a good price for things like candle holders and candle accessories. Any of the like wick trimmers, the warmers are a good thing to buy at 50% off. The candle lids, the hurricanes, all the stuff that doesn't normally go on sale is a good time to buy that sort of stuff. It's not the best price point for their candles, although their new seems to suggest that maybe this is a good price point for their candles. But if you, for example, wanted to pick up autumn leaves, the half price point on this is going to be $17.50, and Amazon has it for $14.99. So if you have an Amazon account and you'd like to save more than 50% off, I would pop over there and check out and see if the candle you want is available through Amazon, because it will be cheaper than the 50% off price point that they're offering here on the website. Also, I can tell you from experience that Amazon has a really great return policy. Often if I say this candle has no scent and I want to return it, they're like, just keep it. And they don't even make me send it back. Yankee, you got to bring it back, right? They want you to do an exchange. So that's also something to keep in mind. Not only is it cheaper, but better return options if it's a candle that doesn't throw. I still have not picked up the candle holders that I was looking at, for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. And at this point, I feel like if I haven't bought it, I probably don't need it as bad as I feel like I do. So I may not get it. But they do have a lot of their Halloween stuff. This is the pumpkin one I was eyeing, and also looking at this pumpkin one. They're both really cute. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get them. I haven't yet, which makes me think I don't really need it. Otherwise, I would have pulled the trigger already. But if you want to get some Halloween or fall harvest vibe candle holders, 50% off is a good price point. But just remember, you have to be a reward member. And then one more thing I wanted to highlight with Yankee, they do have quite a few of their holiday candles that got released, and these are a lot of the classics. The Christmas cookie, the Christmas Eve, the white spruce and grapefruit. That one actually is pretty good. I like that one. I have half of one left, which, by the way, y'all, I finally got around to filming my collection video. I think it's going to be a hot mess because it's very difficult to film your candles in a collection format. But I plan on having that edited. That'll probably post next weekend. And I'm saying that because white spruce and grapefruit was in that video. It made me think of, oh yeah, I have that candle. Sparkling snow, shimmering Christmas trees. So there are some classic ones that come out every year. Cherries on Snow is returning. Santa's cookies. Yeah. So if you're into holiday Christmas and you want to check out some of those new jars, new labels for this season, they're available. All right, let's wrap up. Let's talk about Homeworx. Homeworx has a sale happening on some of their 3 wicks and some of their 4 wicks. Varied pricing. So some of the 4 wicks are $23.50. That's mostly the more like harvest fall candles that they have available. But then there are some like this black plum and oak that are $20.99. And then they have some of their 3 wicks on sale. So something like the sugared beignet, although that one is now sold out. Or the apple pomegranate, those are marked down to $17.50. You have another 4 wick here for $21.99. So again, some varied pricing. The faceted jars are $16.99. And then some of the fall Halloween, $20.99. Highly recommend Witch's Spell and Scarlet Woods. Both of those are really good. Phenomenal scents. Yeah, and then a couple more 4 wicks here for $23.50. So they have those. They've also got some new releases. They're holiday candles. So they've also, here you go. Here's all the holiday candles and some classics. They're white birch, the Christmas Joy one I remember seeing last year. Mistletoe I remember seeing last year. So not all of their holiday, or at least I don't think this is all of their holiday. They usually have more than this. But those have arrived, not on sale full price. So if you want to use my affiliate code, you can. That will get you 15% off as long as you spend $40 on full price items. The code is 3wickthesis, and I will make a very small commission if you use that code. I'll also include an affiliate link below. If it's easier for you to just click on that and shop it, you'll get that code built in. I don't think I'll be picking up any holiday from Homeworx yet. I'm not ready to pull the trigger. I'm hoping for a sale before we get closer to the season, although if I were a good affiliate, I would be buying these with my own code and paying for them and reviewing them for you, but I just don't love Homeworx candles that much, and I'm also really worried about things like Strength and Throw. They're hard to store. It's just not my favorite brand, which is sad because it's the only brand I'm an affiliate with. I still haven't heard back from Kringle, y'all. I haven't been rejected yet. So I'm holding out hope, but I still have not heard back from them. Okay, so let's go over to QVC. Again, I always just look for Homeworx, and there are some things I want to highlight here. First, I'm going to change this to newest, and you will see that there are a few new items that have dropped in terms of candles. So they have the Moonlit Pear that's come back, Espresso Martini, which in case you want to know, spoiler alert, I have already planned my worst candles of 2025 that I have purchased. It's on there. It's unscented. That's why it's so bad. We have Winter Walk, wrapped in flannel. Now these are all sets of 2 for $42.98, which is not a horrible price point, but it's also not as great as you might be able to get at like a Marshall's or a Home Goods. Pistachio Cranbark. They also have this Scent Luxe Advent calendar for $84.98, which I'm like, there's no way I'm paying that much for a Homeworx Advent calendar. They're also claiming it's a Black Friday sale. I saw that banner and was like, yeah, I gotta check my calendar. Is it the day after Thanksgiving? No, it's October 2nd. Why are we having a Black Friday sale on October 2nd? I don't know, but that's what they're calling it. So there is some new if you're interested. And then if I sort by price point instead, so I change this from low to high, and then I'm not interested in their other stuff, so I'm going to go down here to product type. I'm going to do see more, and we're going to limit it to jar candles, novelty candles, candles with holders, and canister candles. And you'll see there are some Black Friday deals. So this one, for example, is $15.98 on QVC, whereas over at the Slatkin & Co., the faceted were $16.99. So again, $1 cheaper, bounce around. Are you getting more stuff from Homeworx? Just pick it up there. If you aren't, QVC is the better route. There are some as-is stuff candles here. Yeah. Nothing I'm super excited about. Things I've had on my, I should snag that list and still haven't for one reason or another. So I probably will not be shopping Homeworx this weekend. I already shopped Goose Creek, and I already have a shopping trip planned for Bath & Body Works this weekend. I do want to pick up one more of the Scary Movie tomorrow with Kringle. So those are my plans. What are yours? Are you shopping this weekend? Are you buying holiday? Are you excited, anxious about the possible upcoming sales at Goose Creek and Bath & Body Works? Because we don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty. Give me all that in the comments below. Tell me what's going on this weekend. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. That always makes me feel good. Lets me know you want to keep seeing this series and these episodes every Thursday. If you enjoy content like this, make sure you are subscribed. Like I said, I have lots of good stuff coming down the channel pipeline. Also, if you feel like this episode saved you some money and you want to pass that along to support my channel, all my hauls that I do here, the reviews that I do, super thanks are always appreciated, never required. Thank you for spending a part of your Thursday with me. I will see you tomorrow with my massive end of month empties video. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.